Privative Media.
Yeah, welcome to the Comment Section Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Lucrative. I'm here with a special guest today, Drayton the Boss, my brother, songwriter, producer, actor, father, cousin, uncle, brother, all of that good shit. My God, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother.
That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What you been up to, man?
Hey, pushing forward, always forward.
That's right. I feel that.
Keep going forward, I'm gonna get to where I'm trying to go.
That's right, that's right. So what you working on?
Right now, started a group called Hydra Shock.
Okay.
With my boy DJ Shadow Red. He's a well-known producer. DJ in Vegas. He and I started the group right after I had released a single under Drayton the Boss called Flying Sexy, which is out right now. And I let him hear it, and you know what I'm saying, I'm a fan of his work, you know what I'm saying? So and we got to talking after he heard it, and he was like, man, let's put something together. So now it's Hydra Shot.
That's right.
And it's probably one of the best things I ever done, man. We coming out soon.
Y'all dropping 2023?
Yeah, we working on dropping a single within the next few weeks.
Okay.
It's called Run My Money Back.
Run My Money Back.
Yeah, it's kind of our sound is kind of a 60s sound. It's kind of a little beefed up, you know what I'm saying? Like we got a remake of Jailhouse Rock.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And we just put heavier beats up under it, but it's live instruments.
Okay. You producing everything, singing, writing?
I'm producing, writing. Shadow's producer also.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm writing and producing and singing the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
It's turning out real hot. We getting listens to from a couple of majors right now too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we're doing it independent, but it's good to have their ears, you know.
You trying to get a major deal, or you just want to fly independent?
Well, the thing we're doing is that normally we wouldn't try to get no record deal.
Okay.
You already know like how things are now, man.
Right.
I would just do it independent.
Independent game only.
But since we're you know what I'm saying, we're like a triple threat. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot to offer, so we're just going in basically to the majors, if anything, as a package deal, as a production company.
Okay.
And artists.
Gotcha.
Along with other artists, we have an artist named 91 Thompson. Look him up, man. He's doing his thing.
Okay.
So he's been doing it for a while now. He's out of Dallas.
That's what's up.
That's my boy. Been riding with us for a minute.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up.
He's working hard. But we're going in there with, as a package deal. So we're coming with more than just being an artist.
Okay.
So coming in that way, because we show we have a lot to offer, so we can produce their acts as well, write for their acts as well.
Gotcha.
As well as they get Hydra Shock and 91 Thompson.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Get a little bit closer to the mic for me.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, the Jailhouse Rock, how was that inspired?
Actually, man, now you know me, so I had rock bands for a long time. That's that's what I do. That's my love. But I make my money off producing R&B and hip hop.
Right.
Since I've been in the game.
Gotcha.
So being versatile was always my thing. So I kind of left the rock thing alone, and when I joined up with my ex-partner who passed away, gone but not forgotten, Ralph B. Stacy,
right,
your brother as well,
right,
and our MC, you know what I'm saying? So he's multi-platinum producer, most talented brother I've ever known in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? He passed away from COVID last year. So,
yes, sir.
So we decided to do EDM. Because he's really good at it. I wasn't. I'm good at everything else but that. But he and I decided to do that. And so I was just messing around with that in production on other artists for about 7 years, man.
Y'all had me out there running around in the goddamn desert doing all that crazy.
Yeah, shooting the videos and all that stuff. But yeah, that's
doing that crazy
We're
shit.
called Phantom Boss. You know, there's videos out there of that as well on YouTube and all that. But so I had stopped doing my rock thing. I had the band. I was, gigging like 4 nights a week sometimes, man. It was doing great. That's my love. That's my heart, man. I grew up doing rock music, and that's what I do for myself. So, being away from that for a minute, and then my man Shadow Red, he's the one that suggested Jailhouse Rock. Okay. And I was like, man, don't tell me that. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, all right, I said, we got, you know, in my mind, I'm like, if we're going to do it, we got to do it different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up listening to all that. So I took a different approach to it. Then I only kept the lyrics from the first verse.
Okay.
The rest of them, I rewrote the lyrics and make it fit now. Because he was saying a lot of suspect stuff in there and some stuff that I didn't even know what he was saying.
Like what?
You the cutest jailbird I ever did see. Somebody, no, I was like, I'm probably not gonna say that part.
No, I'm just fucking with
and
you.
Then he had a bunch of
then
he had a bunch of other stuff that I guess during that time made sense. Yeah. It was sayings and all that stuff, but now I didn't even know what it meant. I had to look it up in the dictionary. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rewrite this.
Right.
So I'm on there talking about, you know, I'm blowing up on TikTok and all this type of stuff.
You made it modern.
I just got out of jail and I was in jail and I wrote some somebody filmed me performing in jail, singing and dancing, and then they put it out on TikTok, and I got out and I was famous. I went viral. So I'm saying stuff TikTok like that in there. Yeah. So, but we switched it up and added a whole lot of other new parts. But everybody that's heard it and that's a fan of that song, they all said
crazy.
We kept the integrity of the song,
right?
But we added something to it that was great. So, we're gonna put that out at some point.
That's right.
Yeah, but we sticking to that kind of a 60s sound, man.
That's what, that throwback sound.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to get that cleared with the. Are you serious? Oh my God. Sorry.
It's all good, bro.
I thought it was my wife. I was about to go crazy. So no, we ain't here recording.
All right. No. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, I know. The person that you'll be interviewing him, Delane Roberts, the person that put me in the game, man, got me going. He knows someone that can get that cleared.
Okay.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be a problem, man.
That's heavy right there.
Yeah, especially since we didn't ruin the song.
Right.
I think it'll be all right, man. Everybody's heard. We've been playing it in clubs.
Everybody loving it.
And they love it.
I seen the video.
Yeah, you seen the video.
Yeah,
so we would film it every night because DJ Shadow Red would play it. And these are all tours because we're at the Chateau, a rooftop club at Paris.
Right.
And he would play that every night. He has a residency there. He would play it every weekend. And you got people from all over the world. They don't know it's us singing. They don't know we black. They don't know none of that. All they just love the song.
Right.
I don't even think they could tell the lyrics were different. They just heard that you know, it was had more bottom to it and all that, and it was banging. So they was dancing to it. They jumping up on the tables, doing the twist and all that. And I'm watching. I'm like, okay, we got something, man.
Got something here, baby.
We got something. You know?
That's dope, man. That's super dope. You ever gonna go back to rock?
Well, this what I'm saying. This album that we're doing, Hydra Shot, gave me the opportunity to go back, kind of do the thing I love, but blend the sound.
Because I heard that Jailhouse Rock. That don't sound like rock.
Yeah, but
that sound like Elvis stole the R&B shit anyway. So it sounds like R&B.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. It sounds like the original with just a little more bottom up under it.
Right.
And then we added a guitar solo in it.
Okay.
And then we added a couple other sections that was nowhere in the original. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of the album, we just blend a lot of live sounds. So some of it have a rock feel, but some of it has a big band swing feel to it.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? We just mix it up, but it still feel like it's from that era.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shit. Can we play it? Or we got to get it cleared or anything like that?
It's not clear yet.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't play that right now.
They might steal your stuff.
Right.
Gotcha.
But we can play some song that's out that I put out.
What's the name of it?
As a solo artist. Flying Sexy.
Flying Sexy?
Yeah, it's on all the streaming services, all that, man. It's out there. Drayton the Boss.
Drayton the Boss?
Flying Sexy.
Let's play it. So we're about to hear Flying Sexy by Drayton the Boss. See what you got, man. You did everything?
Me and Ralph and Stacy.
Okay. Phantom.
It's so good, I feel that I can't let it be one and done. I gotta lock it down and prove that you're the only one. Cause there's no ceilings on the way I feel like I'm dreaming, but it's real. I don't need a moment of time to kill. And I know what it takes, I've got to make my move right now. Cause every day this chance gon' come around. And I just just wanna prove it to you, babe. There ain't no if and buts, man. I may be in love, but I ain't crazy. Cause girl, you know you got me with that $100 million sex appeal. You got me tripping like I'm on the magic pill. Sure, I'm looking like you do. I can't help it, I want you. Oh yeah, say, I really when you dance. Gotta have that ass in the mansion. Y'all see, count that money. We show up looking fly and sexy. Looking fly and sexy. Looking fly and sexy. Looking fly and sexy, sexy, sexy. The way your body's put a thing on me.
You sending it to TikTok?
That's
right.
Everywhere.
Cause I don't know exactly what it is, but it's got me wanting it. Running around like I'm a kid. So I just gotta figure out what it is that makes you move. Cause I can't come at you with that same old
We might have another TikTok challenge on our hands here. Somebody gonna do a dance to it. Are you dancing to it? You dancing in the video and everything?
I ain't done a video.
$100 million sex appeal. You got me tripping like I'm on a magic pill. So I'm looking like you do. I can't help it, I want you. Oh yeah, say, I really when you dance. Gotta have that ass in the mansion. Y'all see, count that money. We show up looking fly and sexy. Looking fly and sexy. Looking fly and sexy. Looking fly and sexy, sexy, sexy. I'm ready to get every as you want. I've been right here the whole time. You got $1 million kiss and $1 billion mind. Whatever that means to you, I know what I'm gonna do. Sexy, sexy girl.
That's it. That's way different than what I'm used to from you.
Yeah, I know, man.
That's super crazy right there, bro.
See, now here's the crazy thing, man. Because like I said, you know, Ralph B. Stacey and I were a production team for
Right.
7 years. So you know, he produced Sleeping in My Bed, Drew Hill. He produced everybody, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a couple platinum records under my belt, but he was the man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So this song right here, I actually wrote for Usher.
Okay, it
You know
sounds
what I'm
like
saying?
it.
I wrote this song for Usher.
It sounds like
And
it.
the crazy thing is, I don't think Usher still hasn't heard it, but my partner and one of my closest friends now is AJ Alexander, who discovered Usher.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm always sweating. I'm like, man, he ain't heard it yet. you know what I'm saying? That's your people. Because he's still like down with Usher
Still
like,
in it,
every
right.
day, every day. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So, but AJ, man, I love AJ, man. He when Phantom passed, because he knew Phantom before me.
Okay.
They go way back. So he, like, when Phantom passed, he stepped right in, man, and just like, hey,
That's
man,
right.
we didn't give me time to do a bunch of grieving. No, let's
Right.
hit the gym.
Let's
Let's
go.
do this. Let's do that.
That's what you
know what
need.
I'm saying? And so AJ took Phantom's place in 117 Music Group, which is our company.
Okay.
So he's my partner in 117 Music Group now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that song was written for Usher, and like I got another song that's like everybody's favorite song out of the songs that I have right now,
Right.
and it's actually a Hydra Shock song. now.
Okay.
But that one was written for CeeLo. So
Okay.
when you hear it, everybody hear it, they say that sound like CeeLo.
That definitely sound like Usher.
But
That was dope.
that sound, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's dope.
I mean, the thing about this production thing and songwriting thing and all that, man, song's gonna find a home. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
And even if that home isn't with the artist you want it to go to,
Right.
me being an artist myself, hey, I'm gonna make it happen. It's not gonna just sit there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's
on
gonna
a
land
hard
where it
drive.
land.
Yeah. So I actually put that out in honor of Phantom.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because I said before a year goes by, I'm gonna put something out, so that it wasn't that I didn't do anything.
That's
you know what
right.
I'm saying, with all the work we put in. You know what I'm saying? So put that song out just for that reason, and got a lot of love off of it. You know?
That's what's up, man. Chi, you want to talk about the passing of Phantom and what it meant and the
Yeah, see, so I
devastation.
actually knew him since like 2000.
Okay.
And I looked up to the brother, man. You know, he's a little bit older than me, man, and he's done so much. I mean, he's produced so many artists, man, got so many platinum records and all that type of stuff. And I think I just had, when I met him, I still hadn't done the Tupac song that I did.
Okay.
And but he loved everything he was hearing from me. You know what I'm saying? And he just was always loving. Every time we saw you, he always respected me because I had more of a grimy sound and he had more of a polished sound.
Okay.
So it was like I was a Timberland and he was a Babyface.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And so we always said, we're going to work together. Every time we see each other, we bow down to each other, man. You the king, no, you the king. But we love each other's personalities, man. And so over the years, we never really worked together, but he would come jam with my rock band. He would do all of that because he played every instrument, man.
Dope.
Brother was incredible.
Dope.
And so he, you know, we some time went by, and I was just, I got to a point, man. It's funny. Funny that I'm gonna say this, man. But for a long time, just like Phantom, you know, he really respected what I was doing because the sound that I had was just kind of different than what everybody was doing. And I guess that's what everybody liked about it. I was always doing some weird, crazy stuff, but it worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like a Timberland in that sense.
Right.
You know,
Shit,
what
you
I'm
made me like rock.
That's when I. Oh, is that right?
I'm a gangbanger from LA. I never in my life listened to no rock, like ever, till I had to shoot you. I had to edit everything and listen to it. I'm like, this shit is hard.
Yeah, but yeah. So you know, some years went by, man, and that's the thing about it. With this production, you got to keep your ear to the ground.
Got to stay current.
You know what I'm saying? You got to stay current. And I was always considered to be ahead because they were like, man, that stuff, like, that's crazy. Like, what you coming up? So when I did the Tupac thing,
right?
Delane Roberts, he heard about me from another incredible artist named Jay Naughty.
Okay.
My boy, he's a good brother. He told him about me. Delane came to Vegas, and you know, he heard about. I go by Pit Boss. That's the name that I was going by at the time. Still do.
Okay.
And all my credits are under A. Pit Boss Johnson Jr.
Okay.
But my middle name is Drayton, so that's where Drayton the Boss come from now. But anyway, he heard about me and came to Vegas, and he was like, "Oh man, you do a lot of different styles." He heard like all the stuff I was doing, and the thing that he said he loved the most, he felt like I was humble, and he told me, he says, that'll take you further in this game than a lot of, you know what I'm saying, than the music will. He said a lot of times. So he said, man, come with me. So he took me to Interscope Records, to Kevin Black, who was his partner.
Dope.
In a company that they had, a production company. And they immediately got me on a Tupac album. This is after he passed, obviously, you know, 2000. This is 2001, I believe. Excuse me, 2002, I think. And they were like, they put me up in this house, man, in Modesto, really nice house, right? With this, and they had the studio in there, and they had armed security, man.
In Modesto?
Yeah, we had armed security with the Tupac vocals.
Oh, okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come up to the house, and they
walked it in.
They walked it in. I mean, my man was strapped. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? He came in and he was cool. He was real cool. And the engineer that they have that mixed all those albums since Pac passed.
Okay.
Nigga name was Claudio.
Post-posthumous.
And so they would bring the vocals in. They gave me like about 10 vocals on Pac, unreleased songs. You know what I'm saying? And I would do my thing, and you know, just make beats all day to the vocals. Mm-hmm. And then when I was done, when I said I was done for the day, they would take all that shit. They would take it all, man,
Top
and
secret.
leave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I couldn't even listen to it like later that night.
Oh, damn.
Till the next day. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept doing that. And then I remember, and there were some artists there. We brought our artists with us. Delane brought the artists that we had with us. Kisha, she's out here now doing her thing too in Vegas too.
Okay.
What's up, Kisha? And she's the one that called me like after I had left and did all those songs or whatever. She's the one that I didn't think I got any songs on the record because the thing was they were like, when they heard it, they took it back to Amaru, you know, Pac's mom.
Okay.
And she listened to it, Afeni, and I guess they were all like, man, this stuff sound like Timberland or somebody did. It's just too club. It's like too banging. Like it need to be more West Coast. And I did like one West Coast sounding track. The rest I did how I wanted to do it. I wanted to be different.
Okay.
With the Tupac vocals, right? So I did this. Kevin Black said, "Hey man, here's some CDs." He came up to visit, and he said, "Here's some CDs. You want to get some samples off here or something like that?" So I wound up hearing a song by the Isley Brothers, and there's just a piano loop that I use. It's dun 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 dun. So I said I need a guitarist to come up. I had strings, bass lines, all this stuff going. Guitarist came up and played on it, and then we were playing it back with just the guitar and the vocal.
Sound crazy.
And it sounded crazy. Everybody there was like, "That's it right there."
Yeah. So you did the acapella one?
Huh?
The acapella song?
Yeah, the acapella with the guitar.
Oh,
but there was
shit.
a lot. There was other music. It was drums, bass, string, piano, all of that.
Shit.
But when we heard it playing it back just to make sure the guitar was clean, we were like, "That's how it needs to go." You
Right.
know what I'm
I remember
saying?
that song. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So I didn't know I got it though. I went back. I went to the mixes down at Skip Sailor's in LA. I mean,
Okay.
they took good care of me, man. Had a per diem, all that, going to the mixes. They was having a good time, man. Still, but once they listened to it all, they was like, "This stuff's too club." So I didn't think I got it.
Okay.
So Kisha called me. I went back home to Vegas. Kisha called me and was like, "Man, I heard your song on the radio, that one you was doing with the guitar and all that." I was like, "What?" And I turned on the radio and heard my song, man. That was the first time I heard something I did on the radio.
You go crazy like they did in like the Temptations and shit.
I played it cool. I played it cool.
That's right.
But and I was by myself and I still played it cool. I should have had my what's that movie with Will Smith? Perfect.
I know. I think with the kid.
Yeah, with the kid, with his son. Was
I know what you're talking about.
I should have had that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
At the end when he finally got it. I should have, but I played it cool. But it felt good though. It felt good, man. And then so now I got this record, and then it goes platinum, and then Nas put it on his album, so I got it on there too.
You got paid twice.
Yeah, I got it on Nas's album, so I was finally in the game, and that was Delane Roberts and Kevin Black, man.
That's right.
Believing in me.
That's right.
And Delane just was riding for me because, you know what I'm saying, ever since then, you know what I'm saying, he just always had my back. He actually cared about me more than just the business and everything, but so that's why he's still here now in my life, and we doing bigger things now than ever before.
That's right. That's right.
And then so that's how I got on with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
still rocking with Kevin Black?
Yeah, and Kevin Black too.
Okay.
Kevin Black too.
That's right.
He just called me right before I got here.
Okay.
And said, "Man, send me a couple songs." I sent him "Flying Sexy" and the other song I said it sounded like CeeLo or whatever because I wrote it for CeeLo. But I had and I just met CeeLo through it's crazy. Just met CeeLo months ago, like 4 months ago, and I never played it for him, man.
You was scared, man?
It was kicking off. It wasn't
just
that. We just didn't have time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You.
And I don't go around and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't force it.
But we kicked it and he was a real cool brother, man. But I never played it for him.
That's what's up.
But anyway, I just sent that to Kevin Black. He was like, "Man, I'm going to a meeting right now. Man, send me a couple songs."
Right.
So no, Kevin Black is we a family. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
We doing this.
You ever send songs to people? Legendary DMs and shit like that?
Nah.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I sent one song to CeeLo's phone, but I didn't send him that song.
Okay.
I did send another song that I wrote for him or whatever. I should be sending him soon again though, because we're doing this thing called the Boombox show out here. That's where I met him.
Seen at the Westgate.
And Shadow was DJing or something.
Okay.
So or hosting or something. So, getting back to the question that you asked with Phantom. So I'm gonna say something that I gotta say it, man, because it involves your son. But it was a pivotal moment. You know what I'm saying? I was always ahead of the curve with my music, but I always told myself, because of one incident when I was first getting in the game, I was just in an R&B group, and we were doing something with this real dope producer, man, and he was older cat. He was dope, but the sounds he was using on the drums sound dated to me.
Okay.
And then when I said something, man, I was like, hey man, that's fire. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe you update them drums. You know what I'm saying? And he looked at me and just laughed at me. And I was like, all right. But I told myself, once I got in the game on the production side, if I ever have a moment like that, I'm gonna stop. I'll never quit, but I'm gonna step back and regroup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had that moment.
What the young Thundercat tell you?
I had that moment, man, and I mean it came way later. You know what I'm saying? But it was important. So it was your son. Your son, I played a track for him, man. And you know, my thing, I was MPC 2000 XL guy.
Right.
That's my machine. That's my baby. I got a picture of it where it's my baby. Like I still got this picture from when I did the Tupac thing. Everything I did on MPC and you know, outboard gear.
That was the industry standard then.
Yeah, and it was outboard gear. But you know, there's a difference between guys like Phantom use a 3000,
right,
and guys that use a 3000 don't use a 2000.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I said I would step back. I promised myself that. And when he said that, when he told me, he goes, "Hey, man, yeah, that's tight, but maybe you could update them drums a little bit." I was like, "What? Like drums is my thing." You know what I'm saying? So
that's cold.
I didn't take it in no bad way or nothing.
Okay.
You know, when he said it, I was just like, "Oh."
Right.
And man, I swear to you, man, you probably ain't gonna believe me. And any other producers out there gonna be like, no, you didn't. But I did. This is how serious I was, man. Because back then I was a beast. I was in this studio, and I swear I would do, you know, like 15 songs a day because I sing, write, and produce. So when I do it all at the same time.
Okay.
So if I'm making a beat, I have tracks for vocals at the same time, and I'll do like 4 or 8 bars, and then I start singing over. I just copy it, and then I start singing over it.
Okay.
So I'm doing like at least a minimum of 15 full songs a day.
Okay.
Every day, sleeping maybe 2 hours a day.
Right.
That's how hard I was going at it.
Right.
So when I moved back to Vegas, and then I was like, you know, I kind of want to get a rock band going again and all this type of stuff. And I don't really want to be this producer or whatever. Be you know, producing a lot of R&B and hip hop, like, you know, that's how I was making my money. But I wanted to do what felt good to me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've been in R&B groups and all that, I do all. That's why my songs, even if I do a rock song, there's an R&B feel. So when I perform as a artist with the rock band, I sounded different than all the other guys because I was blending R&B and rock. For
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I have a raspy voice, but I go into a smooth voice, and I was just doing all this stuff. So what happened was, man, when after your son told me that, I pawned all my equipment. I pawned and sold everything.
You got rid of the whole
and because
lab?
With me, I know myself. If it's there, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Right. So you force yourself into a reset. I force
myself to do a reset.
And
so a year goes by, and all I'm doing is performing with this rock band. I'm not programming nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Right. That's the you and Crow?
Yeah, Adam Crow.
Okay.
All them guys. So and my boy E Borders.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That he's the one that first taught me how to produce anything. I love that brother.
Okay.
I love that brother to this day. And we're still in contact and everything too, man. I love him. I want to bring him into what I'm doing. He bring me into what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I love that brother. But he's the first one that sat down and showed me on a Juno 106. You know what I'm saying? In an 8-track.
Kids ain't gonna never know nothing about that.
Yeah, you don't know. But a lot of that stuff's coming back. So some of them know. But he's the one that showed me, man, and I appreciate him for that. And so. EDM was popping and all that, and I remember Phantom playing EDM songs and stuff for me whenever I would see him. I'd see him maybe once or twice a year, and I was like, man, I got to reinvent myself because I got some kids now. I got to get back in the game, and that's the only way I made real money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I called him. I said, "What you doing, man?" He was like, he just happened to be at the same point in his life, in his career.
Okay.
So he was like, "Man, I can't believe
at
you
the
calling."
crossroads.
Yeah,
huh?
he's like, "I can't believe you calling me right now, man. I'm really sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna do." And this brother didn't, he passed, but his publishing's all like it's going to his kids and stuff like that, and he still got a lot coming because he's put in so much work. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting there trying to reinvent himself at the same time. So we was like, let's start something. Let's do something together.
Right.
And that's how we hooked up, man. And then I just started learning from him how to polish a lot of my music because what I'm saying, and a lot of things, man. He was learning from me too. And I was all like, no, you ain't. And he would show me how he was learning from me. I was amazed because I really look up to that brother. But
that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And then we became best friends, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? At that point. And then man, COVID, man. And we had big plans, man. Like AJ Alexander, he hooked it up with Epic Records, which was still we seeing this through right now. But we had right before COVID, man. We had went up there and to meet with Jen and it was it was looking good. Everything was looking good. Do some type of production deal or something. Okay. COVID hit, and man, Epic didn't open up. I mean, I think are they open now? They finally opened up, but I think 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that just kind of just been pushed to the side, but it was always still been there because of the love that that's family for him. That's, right. She's a senior VP up there at Epic. Okay. She's
who's that?
Believes Jen. She's Usher's girl. And the kids together. They got some beautiful kids, man. Yeah, but she. So that's still there, and we're gonna, we still gonna make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So AJ's on top of that, man. Okay. And it still looks great to do like a production deal or something like that.
That's what's up.
Epic. So, but so we came out. We actually came out when Usher had the family and friends night for the residency. Okay. So it was after he was learning the show and all that, and then he had a family and friends night before it actually kicked off. Okay. We went to that, and right after that, Phantom went home, and then he wasn't feeling good. Right. Now I had went and got. We actually on the way there, because I went to Cali. On the way there, we were all talking about, hey, we should go get, you know what I'm saying, get vaccinated. Right. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do it? You gonna do it? And I was like, all right, and I went and did it. Right. Like I got back, I did it that day. You know what I'm saying? And he decided not to.
Dang, that's crazy.
He decided not to, like last minute. Like I was just like, I don't know, man. And then so he wound up getting the Delta. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I had it. That shit almost knocked me down.
Yeah, I know. You the first person I knew. You the first person I knew. But and so when I found out, I immediately went to LA to be close to the hospital. Right. And so they just kept giving us good reports, like, oh, he's doing better. Then all of a sudden, the next day they said, oh, we got to put him on a ventilator. Yeah, that's and bad. I didn't know what a ventilator was. I really didn't. I hadn't looked into it. I know my brother had hit me like, yo, you need to look into what that really is so you know what your boy's really going through. And I looked it up. I was like, what? And then, then his brother hit me. His brother Jay hit me and said, man, he gone. Man. And I was like,
that's crazy. I can show you my last text to him. I said, bro, you ain't out the woods yet. Take it easy. Yeah. That shit.
I feel bad because my last conversation, he called me before they put him on the ventilator, but he sounded like, he couldn't breathe. So he sounded like an old man. Yeah. And this is my boy I talk to every single day. I mean, if a day goes by, we didn't talk, we call each other like, hey, you all right? Right. Like, it was like that. You know what I'm saying? We talk every day because we run this business. And we, you know what I'm saying? We making things happen. So he's talking like that, and I didn't want to hear him sounding like that. It was killing me, man. I was actually in line for my second shot. Damn. When he called me. I'm in line, I already was in the line. I was waiting for them to call me and say, all right, come and get your shot. Right. So he's trying to talk, and I can't hear nothing he's saying. I can't understand anything he's saying.
So I'm gonna call you back.
And I said, look, man, don't worry about me. I could tell he was saying something like, take care of yourself or something like that. Right. I said, don't worry about me. You do everything you got to do to get up out of there.
Right.
And then I'm going to hold it down while you in there.
For sure.
And you do everything you got to do to get up out of there. I'm about to get out this phone and get my second shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And which I'm sure he was glad to hear that I was doing that.
Right.
But I got off the phone with him, man. Had I known that was the last time I was going to talk to him, I would have stayed on the phone regardless if I could understand what he was saying or not.
Right.
That's how I am. I'm just about positive motivation.
Right.
I do it for myself, and I do it for, and sometimes it sounds hard or harsh, but it's really to help. It's out of love.
Push everybody.
And I was doing it.
Yeah,
I was doing that. I didn't want him to sound like don't. Why? That's the type of brother he was, though. He worried about me, and then I'm like, don't worry about me, man.
Right.
Like, do everything you gotta do to get up out of there, so we can finish doing. I said we was gonna take over the world, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I can hear him say yeah to that, whatever. And that was the last time I talked to him, man.
Crazy. So
now, you talk about motivation.
No doubt.
I don't even know how to stop.
Cannot. Yeah, man. That's cold, man.
Yep, you knew that, brother.
Oh man,
he's a good brother, man.
Without a doubt.
I mean, you can tell a lot about a person. When we had a memorial for him at our favorite spot that we would roll to in Malibu on our bikes, on our Harleys.
Okay.
And we shot video there too. We shot part of our video there too.
Okay.
But that was his favorite spot. So I chose all the other locations, but that's the one he chose because that's where he go kind of clear his head.
Right.
So that's where we had his memorial, man. And Johnny Gill and all them was there. You know what I'm saying? That's he produced Johnny and everybody, man. So, you know, we were all there, and you could tell a lot about a person when everybody almost said the same thing. All the great things they said about him was almost the same thing.
Identical.
Just different situations.
Right.
And it showed you the type of man he was. You know what I'm saying? And everybody felt the same way about him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was a great brother, man. And he's still with me. Still
with all of us.
Yeah, and I'm still making moves that he was telling me to make and I didn't do.
Right. Because you hard-headed.
Like, I'm hard-headed. And then I go ahead and do it. I'm like, oh, this is what he was talking about.
Right. I'm glad I thought of that.
This should work.
Right.
But yeah, man, so he's still talking to me, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Man, that's a trip, man. The roller coaster of life, baby.
Yeah, man. And I get it. It took me some time to understand it, but I get it.
Right.
God had a plan for him, and then he said, okay, it's time to come home. You did what you were supposed to do.
Right.
It's time to come home, so they got to do what they supposed to do.
For sure.
For the reasons that I brought you here to show them all of that and lead them
that
that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a better man than I ever been, man, in a lot of ways, because with me and him, and we were learning about he was teaching me not just about music, be a better producer and all that. Like I say, a little bit older, a little more experienced, man. He was teaching me, you know, about life, and how to be a better man too.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Because you can always grow.
Every day. Anything that ain't growing is dying. I say that shit every day.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he left me, you know, at first, I couldn't see it, but he left me in a good position, a great position, man. I couldn't see it at first because his brother hit me. I just wrote it. There's a song on the album called The Juice. I know that sounds crazy ass name, but 2 days after, his brother was the one that called me because they called him first and said he passed. So his brother, Jay, called me and told me. But then 2 days later, Jay called me and said, hey, boss, you got the juice now.
like the movie.
Like the movie Juice. He said, you got the juice now, what you going to do? And
that's right.
Actually, at that time, I was like, I don't know. But I just wrote a song about that called The Juice, like okay, we done done all this. We done worked hard. We done all this. We got the juice now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's in honor of actually his brother.
That's right.
Saying that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you gonna keep this pushing? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying to me. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like that's my brother, and like all the music that his brother had, I have now. You know what I'm saying? Because it was our company.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let that stuff just sit there, man. That brother was a genius, man.
Right.
I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it going, man. You know, and I've gotten better because, you know what I'm saying, just things I've learned from him to make what I was doing, my sound, better. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more polished
Right.
From being around him.
Did you redo any of the songs and put on this project?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, that Flying Sexy and the one other one that I said that he and I had wrote for CeeLo like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I upgraded it all.
Okay.
Did more, put more where I'm at right now to it.
Can you play that for us?
I can play that.
Okay.
But I mean, because it's called I Don't Give a Fuck right now.
We don't.
Okay. All right. I can play that.
Let's go. Let's see what you got.
Hold on.
Live and direct. Drayton the Boss. What you say? I don't give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck right now. And the whole thing is, hold on, I don't want to start playing. This song, okay, it was actually called I Don't Really Care Right Now, and I wrote it for CeeLo.
Okay.
But when I was like, okay, I'm doing this song for myself, and I don't give a fuck right now.
Straight up.
About nothing. I'm pushing forward. I'm making shit happen.
That's right.
And but this was about a relationship, so I made it about me.
Okay.
So here we go.
That's dope. Say, I don't give a fuck right now. I hear it. Yeah.
What do you do when the love is gone? You just better hope that it don't last too long. Now who you think you is with this leaving me? And you don't even care if I land on my feet. Oh, and I heard you got a new man. I heard his name was Tony. Seen you at the club doing the cheese and macaroni. Every time it brought you a drink, it made you look thirsty. Spending all his money, but what you don't know is I don't give a fuck right now. I mean, one, two. I don't give a fuck right now. It's so over you. I don't give a fuck right now. I don't give a good damn. I've been over you for a minute now. I know he told you that he got good credit, and anything your heart desires, he can get it. But he can't love you like I love you. You can bet it. When it's over, you gotta let it go. You really think I don't know what to do? It don't really matter, cause I'm done with you. But even still, you throw it all up in my face. At least do better than me, girl, if that's the case. Cause see, I ran into your new man. He said his name was Tony. Besides him being a little taller, he ain't got shit on me. The way he talk about you, you ain't nothing but a trophy. You're boy a little phone, but what you don't know is I don't give a fuck right now. I mean, one, two. I don't give a fuck right now. It's so over you. I don't give a fuck right now. I don't give a good damn. I've been over you for a minute now. I know he told you that he got good credit, and anything your heart desires, he can get it. But he can't love you like I love you. You can bet it. When it's over, you gotta let it go. See, I had to let it go. Couldn't hold on to it no more. Cause I couldn't take that shit no more. Couldn't take your shit no more. And that's why I don't care about who you love. And I don't really care what he's doing.
I can hear CeeLo on this. I can hear him. That's cold right there, man.
Yeah, that's the one right
Super
there,
cold.
man. But that's kind of the sound right
Was
there.
that Phantom on the guitar?
Yeah.
Dope.
Phantom on the guitar.
Super dope.
Yep.
Super dope.
That's kind of like the vibe of the rest of the album.
Okay.
Kind of. It's like it's pretty much that, because you know that's got that kind of 60s sound or whatever. But then we got like the big swing sound with big horns, a lot of big horns and stuff. I like playing like big horn records with real melodic grooves and stuff like that. So
okay,
we got a lot of that going on. So
dope.
Yeah, man.
Super dope.
Yeah, and we get that record right there get a lot of love, man.
You played that at Chateau?
Yep. No. We never played that at Chateau.
Man, you got to play that. That shit's knocking.
Never played that, man. We played. We mostly played. We played the Flying Sexy and the. Can't play too many of our songs up there.
Why not? Y'all already cheat. Y'all already got the cheat code.
That brother dude, he running them back to back though. Sometimes he ran the other night. He ran them back to back. I was like, all right.
Yeah, y'all already got the cheat code anyway. Ain't nobody really. Y'all not like, yeah, this is my song. Y'all just sitting back like,
Yeah.
collecting the data.
Right, exactly.
Y'all doing data farming and
what's
everything.
working and what's not
That's
working.
dope.
Like I actually listened to him like, I could bring a kick up on that one.
Right. Now that you hear, yeah, that's
I could
fresh.
pump a little harder. So
I bet you every artist wish they could do that. Just
I used to do that back in
observe,
back
like
in the
anonymously.
day. Yeah, because I, a certain person that we both know runs a strip club.
Okay.
So those are only people that I knew in town when I first moved here. So I would go up there and I knew the DJs and all that, and I would give them my music. I would come up with something at home and give it to the DJs, and they would play it.
That's dope.
So I'm like, let me change this or that, man.
Right.
And I would do that like all week.
That's
I
dope.
would go up there and I'd have something new. And it was a cool thing to hear coming through the system.
That's crazy.
How people were, it got to a point where one song I saw was working, DJs playing it all the time. Employees were coming to me not realizing that was me.
Right.
And they were like, that's my favorite song. You've been requesting it to dance to and all.
That's tight. That's
you
super
know what I'm
tight.
saying? So it was kind of, if you have an opportunity like that,
You can't beat it.
yeah, you can't, man.
Yeah, you
you get a
cannot beat it.
real time reaction from people,
Right.
And unsolicited and all that because they don't know it's you.
Right. That's what I say. You can sit back anonymously and just literally pick everybody brain like, okay. Why you ain't there? What's going on? This shit suck, huh?
Yeah. You can see if they doing like this. Let's scratch that one.
Right.
That one.
That's dope though, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely proud of you, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Shit always been sounding good, man, since day one.
Thank you, man.
For sure, man. Like shit, that shit hard.
I mean,
Everybody got a friend that do music. I'll be like, y'all not like my friend, nigga. Yeah, I said, everybody, I'll be like, yeah, that's tight. Yeah, that's tight. That's shit great. It's fucking amazing. You're going places.
that must be your son talking.
You know me. I be
son
believing that
straight.
shit. Everybody got a kid that rap and everything.
Yeah.
If you suck, man, I would tell you, hey, man, listen, get a CDL. I would tell you, go and drive trucks, man. This shit ain't for you.
I try not to. I always keep it 100. I keep
to.
it 100
Got
because
to.
then that way you're always gonna get that from me. But
Right.
I try not to discourage in any way because, like, if they truly believe,
That's
you know what I'm
different.
saying? Because that happened to me. I remember the first time. I've been singing since I was a little kid,
Right.
all that type of stuff. But when I first start trying to produce, and or not even produce, when I was first just trying to write songs,
Okay.
and I didn't know about you gotta write 4 bars or 8 bars and all that. Nobody was teaching me,
Structure.
even though because I didn't grow up with my mother. And my mother, you know what I'm saying, is an incredible singer. She was one of the Martha and the Vandellas
Dope.
from back in the day.
Okay.
My mother's an incredible singer. Then she had a solo album. Her name is Jason. And she had a solo album that was like #1 in the country for 2 weeks. She had a single that was #1 and all
Dope.
that. But I didn't grow up with my mom. I grew up with my pops. So
Okay.
My pops was hard, and he wasn't with all that music.
He
stuff.
wasn't
wasn't
fucking
all
with
that
the back-
singing and all that.
Yeah.
But I grew up with my mom. It would have been different, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But so I didn't have nobody teaching me nothing.
Okay.
I just had it in me naturally, but I had no guidance, man.
It was in your DNA.
Yeah, it was in my DNA.
That's right.
So nobody told me I couldn't write a 2-bar verse. And then go right into the 3-bar hook.
Right.
You know
What
what
is
I'm
that?
saying? Yeah. So until one day I remember my man, he's like Martin Lawrence bodyguard. He's my cousin, his best friend. He clowned me. Because he loved music.
Right.
And he was into production. he didn't want to help me, but he helped me by clowning me.
Yeah.
He was like, man, that ain't how you write. You got 2-bar verse and a 5-bar hook.
Right.
And I'm like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's that? And this is when I'm like, this is high school. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, no, I was like 19 or whatever. So I'm like, what is he talking about? So I went and found out.
Right.
I like, he wasn't gonna tell me, he was just gonna clown me. But so I'm gonna go find out what you talking about. And I went and found out what he was talking about.
Okay.
So I remember that when I see somebody who's normally in my mind, I'm like, this shit is whack.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him it's whack.
No, I would never say nobody's shit's whack.
I'm gonna tell him keep working on that and give him some pointers.
Right.
And then if they take that and run with it, and that's what my boy E. Borders said to me. He's same age as me, but he's the one that taught me. You know what I'm saying? I was already singing, and I'm good at writing songs by the time I met him. But he was like, one time, I hadn't seen him for years, and then I had kept producing after he showed me those few times how to do stuff. And he go, man, you the only person I ever showed that actually took that and ran with it.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And so if they got it in them, they gonna listen to what you saying. They gonna take that and they get their feelings up out the way and go and do their homework
and apply that.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man. Applied knowledge is the only knowledge that counts.
Right.
Everybody said they know every fucking thing. Right. And applying it, it don't matter.
Right. That's what. And my boy Dollar with the jammies. I'll talk about that too. The jammies or whatever was a cartoon.
First of all, the jammies is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
My boy got on Netflix.
It was on Netflix.
But
it was like a lot of stars in there and all that. It was a big budget animated series, and I was one of the main characters. But I did all the music on it.
Okay.
It was big for me at that time, do all the music and scoring and everything. But Dollar, that was like him and
shit. All right. Dollar,
DBI, Dollar. He said his name is William Chapman because he's doing it. He and I are still working together right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Our ex-partner there was 3 of us involved. He's not involved anymore, but me and Dollar, you know what I'm saying? Dollar's solid. You know what I'm saying? So we still doing the animated thing. We actually working on trying to bring that back. You know what I'm saying?
The jammies, you already gonna call it
something else. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, he's like a fitness guy, fitness trainer and everything. Okay. And he said one time, I recently told him, he said this like 15 years ago, man. And then I said it back to him. I said, man, I remember one time you said, we're sitting there talking about all these workout programs.
Okay.
And fitness programs. And you know what I'm saying? P90X and all these different ones. Mm-hmm. And everybody's talking about, yeah, I'm doing this one, I'm doing all that. And then Dollar just said, you know what, man? All that shit work. Yeah, you just got to do it.
Yeah, that's it.
I never forgot
that's
that.
It.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's true.
That's a fact.
That's true. All of that shit work. I mean, they did the science behind that and all that stuff. It worked. I mean, it's the human anatomy, man. You can only do so much.
Exactly.
So all that shit work. It's just, are you going to do it?
Are you going to apply it?
Yeah.
That's a fact. That there is a fact.
That's what, like, some Will Smith.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
Everything sounds amazing, man.
I'm proud of you, too.
Right on. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you came to the spot, man. I've been trying to get your ass in here.
Yeah. I told you, just tell me where to be, and I'm going to show up.
That's right, man. We on it.
Yeah.
We got something, man. I think we got something here.
I appreciate
Super
you,
dope. Comment section, man. So where can everybody find you?
It's Drayton the Boss.
Okay.
Drayton the Boss, that's everything, but also Hydra Shock. I know we just starting it, but you can find it, we have Instagram right now. We got an IG, but it's we're about to start pushing it.
Hydra Shock on IG, Drayton the Boss on IG and all other platforms?
Yeah, Hydra Shock, HYDRUSHOK.
Okay.
Hydra Shock.
Got it. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
The comment section is commented.
Lucrative Media.